Hello everyone, and welcome back to Remains to be Seen, the D&D show where one group's past could determine the other group's future. I am your host and DM, Rover Elliott, and today I am here with...
Hi, I'm Annie. My pronouns are she, her.
I am Elizabeth. My pronouns are she, her.
Hi, I'm Joe. My pronouns are he, they, she.
And hi, I'm Mirah, and my pronouns are she, her.
And you guys are playing?
I'm playing Josie, who is an elk sometimes.
I'm playing Corwin, who is a paladin most of the time.
Viktor Valthayne, awesome all of the time.
And Una, who finally has some shoes on.
Una's like, I have my basic needs met.
Basic needs. I don't ask for much. I'm not high maintenance.
So, Elizabeth, do you want to kind of rush us through what we did in the last episode?
Yes, of course. You're not going to regret this decision at all. In the last episode, we are getting ready to go. So we went to a bar. We went to, what was the bar called?
Don't go.
Don't Go In.
Yes, we went to the Don't Go In, and we're served by Teresa, and got to know each other, got to know what everyone can do, a little bit of information on each other to have going forward, and then we started looking for equipment. We got Una some shoes and a very nice leather jacket, and we went to visit Nyx, who is the weaponsmith. Nyx is very distraught because Johnny DeRollo's missing, and we helped clean up Nyx's shop just a little bit and also talked to her about Johnny, got a little bit more information, and got some directions to Johnny's workshop in Oxford.
Yeah, because what is your main goal?
Find Johnny DeRollo.
Nice. Wonderful. Then we are coming back to as to where we stopped last time, which was you guys are still in/near Nyx's shop. What are the plans for now? Brian is also still there. To add, we had a discussion on that we sometimes forget that NPCs are there. That's fine. So just a reminder, Brian is still there.
I think per session we need an NPC handler, so someone that keeps an eye on an NPC per session.
It would be fun to have a live tracker.
I think it's called the Game Master.
Well, to take away from the Game Master, because hence, previous conversation.
No.
So I believe it is, mid-afternoon? It's probably a little bit later now. Is it maybe early evening?
It's kind of, we're getting to like 5 p.m.-ish.
Do we want to pick up the rest of the stuff that we need and then either take a long rest or get a train and take a long rest on the train?
Well, we still need to get a briefing from, we don't know any of the details. Brian's got all that, so
yes.
I think maybe we head back somewhere, get briefed, get rested, get tickets.
Wonderful. So if we kind of go back, Brian will probably do a small mention of where do you guys want to have the briefing. This could just be in the Don't Go In again at one of the tables, just in a corner. That one?
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Then I recommend we have it over a meal, because I think, I don't know that we've had any food, and I think Una might need some.
Thank you.
Smart one. So, for food, what are we... Tell me what you're interested in, guys.
Finally, the good part about D&D.
A nice, hearty soup. Soup of a day.
Yeah, Josie's not picky. Find something hearty, a hearty stew somewhere.
Yeah, Corwin's not picky. She'll eat anything.
Anyone come up with a fun restaurant name that we can put in the Bounty Hunter sector?
Stew on
I
it.
will do this often.
Stew on it.
Stew on it's a good one. I like that.
Alright, stew on it. So you're looking for more soup kind of food. Alright. The favorite soup store most of the time just has a little stall out at the front. Most of the time it's kind of open during lunch, but before it becomes 7 p.m, they will still have their entire shop open. What kind of... What would you guys normally order at this restaurant?
Josie's gonna go with whatever's cheapest, usually. whatever's. I mean, not necessarily like if it's shitty, but like whatever's like the right combination of decent and budget. Doesn't really. She is again not picky about what's in it.
Corwin will probably order some sort of veggie soup. She's also not picky, but if she has the option, she'll probably go for a veggie soup, like a minestrone, something like that.
Cream tomato soup with croutons, please.
Oh, someone's fancy. I think Victor will go for something that's more akin to Bubble and Squeak, like something with big chunks in it, like a variety of veggies, some potatoes, some type of meat. Yeah, like something simple but filling. He's typing so much, I'm terrified. Which soup is poison? Rover.
I was about to say, where the poison?
It's okay. Lay on hands cures poison.
Can I have from someone who is willing a roll of a d10 to kind of determine how good the place is?
D10. Let me fetch it.
I got one here. Do you want me to do it?
You got one?
Yeah.
Okay, give me 1 sec. Oh, except I dropped it. Hold on.
With 1, I'm not going to say it's really bad because 1 is like very basic. 10 is like 5 stars, 10 out of 10.
One's like...
Let's go. I have just lost my D10.
Amazing, Annie, amazing.
It's gone onto the floor and under something. I'm going to have to dig later. That was amazing.
Shall I?
Yeah.
It's a 7?
Ooh, it's a 7. You guys will definitely know that this is better than the stuff you could get along the street. The right people have decided to go to the bounty hunter sector and place their soup store here instead of sharing it with everyone's that's on the street. So yeah, you guys can have your dinner. Alongside of that, Brian will sit with you guys, and he, at some point, he is not eating anything, by the way. He just sits there, hands kind of folded on, how do you say that? Hands clasped together. And we'll just mention, so what is you guys' knowledge on the disappearances in general? And now can I have from everyone a history check? Except for Una with disadvantage.
Nat 20, baby!
Finally.
Ooh.
Good job.
Nat 2 Nat 20s in this team. In this economy.
8.
Oh!
That would be a 14 first roll and a 15 the second roll.
Oh, damn.
Wow, I know the least. I guess Josie's just like, fuck it. I get sent to find people and I bring them back, whatever.
Josie is laser focused on the job.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I care about the job.
I don't
whatever.
care about the lore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Who cares why they're disappearing? I just gotta find them and get them back, whatever.
So,
The dice know.
Indeed,
Amazing.
what Josie thinks is there are disappearances. This is what happens more often. Like one of the mentions in our intro, we had people discussing as to why this was a main focus. People go missing often. Like this is not supposed to be a big thing. Una, remind me what your roll was. 15?
I rolled a 14 with the disadvantage. 14. Yeah, as the lower roll.
14. Yeah, for you, it's not necessarily... There's not a lot of big knowledge on specific disappearances. There are disappearances here and there, but it seems to be more from country to country, a bit different. It depends on the crime in the country itself. However, you do not know about any focused missing person, except for the one that you will be looking for right now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for our natural 20s, we have it from 2 different perspectives. We have it from the perspective of someone who's been a bounty hunter, and we have the perspective of someone who hasn't been a bounty hunter yet. For the perspective who has not been a bounty hunter yet, you will have known that these disappearances started popping up quite close to each other. And you're looking at names being your sister, Elliott Duvall, who is an architect in Paris. You know about one of the main prisoners of the Solar Bastion, located in France, which name goes by Graham Gallagher. And you know about Johnny DeRollo going missing, like that, definitely from the region you've been in lately. Johnny's name has popped up in a lot of streets, in a lot of people that you passed. From the insider perspective of the bounty hunters, this has caused chaos because the missing posters were already a lot. They are now stacking up.
Yep.
It seems to not be a certain group of people. These seem to be focused all around Europe.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people trying to get towards the missing people's bounties because they currently are asking a lot of money for that. So the bounties are high. A lot of bounty hunters have been trying to get to that case, even if they're not exactly the hunters for missing people. It is quite the talk of the town, not just in the bounty hunter sector, not just in London. It has been actually a thing going around to the point where the government is involved. And what both of you know is that the leaders of the House of Six, which is the... currently the House of Six is filled with the president from Belgium, France, Germany, Italy, Greece, and the UK. Their names I won't go into right now. You guys know this. And they are gathering in London in a couple of days to discuss what is going on now. You do not necessarily know, even with a natural 20, if this has been a talk in other countries where bounty hunters have been involved.
Fair.
It's been to the point where even Safra has no idea what's going on, and Safra is the one that still keeps in contact with people from the other bounty hunter sectors in Europe. So that is currently your knowledge on the bounty hunters.
All right.
So back to the question that Brian asked was, what do you guys know?
That.
You tell him exactly that?
Yeah.
No, I
wouldn't know any of that,
I can
so...
rephrase. So,
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I guess as much as one could know in that situation, like, a lot of people go missing these days, more than usual. And I am so sorry, Joe, did not catch all of the names I'm supposed to remember apart from Johnny's, but I will list them.
So we got Alea Duvall,
Yeah.
Graham Gallagher, and...
Graham.
Did I say Johnny DeRollo, who are the main three? I am forgetting someone, actually. Evelyn Beaulieu, who is also one of the names there.
So those names would have been said out loud by Victor, yeah?
Those names would have been said out loud by Victor then, yes. Brian kind of just nods along as like, that is indeed the main gist of it. There's probably some more going on. We currently are fearing some of the bounty hunters are not involved, but are part of the disappearances. We have had slight contact in Germany that someone is missing there, which is not good because he was also one of the best they have, but he's gone.
Who?
Fallen Salina. Don't know if you recognize the name. Trust me. Actually, with the natural 20, you will have heard of him. He is, back in the days, he was trying to become a high priest of Hera. While also bounty hunting as his side job.
In Germany, yeah?
In Germany, yes. He was located in Germany.
Would I have run into him when I was briefly in Germany when I ran into Isaiah and met Brian?
You have not met him, however, you have heard Isaiah mention him.
Great.
Are they like an elf or human or?
From what you know, Fallen was a dwarf. So,
Oh no, I was just going to say, Corwin is going to ask, why do you think that bounty hunters are involved? You mentioned thinking that there were bounty hunters involved in the disappearances.
not necessarily involved as in they caused it. We are thinking that this is not something we could have even predicted. Normally, bounty hunters have a overview of what would be happening around which country. Like, we have a station in Athens, in Helsinki, in Berlin, here in London and in Madrid. This is not... We've tried to contact everyone. They do not know much more about it, other than we just now got the knowledge that they have not heard from Valthayne for a long time. So we are currently hoping to get in contact with that. If things go as far as they are going right now, we might have to send you guys over to Germany at some point.
So there's a chance that we could go after some of these people who aren't Johnny. I know that we can't go after Aaliyah right now, but there's a chance that we'll go after more.
If we cannot find enough, there is a chance.
Okay.
Una would pipe up and be like, what was Graham's crime? Because you said he was a prisoner. Is that the only... Was he born a prisoner? I don't think so.
You have not heard of... So, Graham Gallagher is the one and only person who managed to sneak into the Solar Bastion and sneak and take and steal the Deck of Many Things alive. They caught him, put him in the Solar Bastion itself together with the Deck of Many Things, but somehow he is part of that. They do not know how, they do not know what. There's rumors going on that they might actually send people out here to, God, who knows, go door to door to check on if people are of knowledge of Graham. But currently, he is the most wanted poster that we have.
Right, so he decided to, and managed to steal the Deck of Many Things, and as a punishment, he became a part of it, but now he's missing, so he's not the one and only person that has ever stolen the deck in that sense.
People have tried. Actually, before we get into that, can I have an Arcana check from everyone for the people who know about the Deck of Many Things?
I guess I would.
I assume I would, maybe?
Most likely would.
That's a 6 from Corwin.
That is a 22.
Oh.
That is a natural 20.
Oh my goodness.
Hey.
Oh,
I
you
got a
guys
10.
are coming through. 10, alright. So, what the people below 15 know is that the Deck of Many Things is a legendary item. Not just in D&D, but also in this world. It is a very important item. It has been locked away in this bastion for as long as you can remember. Everyone else knows that there's a reason as to why this is locked up. It can heavily influence someone's life. It can heavily influence the world in general. So it has been locked away and has been kept an eye on the entire time. And normal people would think, oh, it's a deck of cards. Like, it's not that important. Oh, it is important. And it can go very wrong if that thing is in the wrong hands. Now, luckily, they have it back. And the prisoner, however, gone. I know that this is kind of a history mixed with Arcana kind of thing, but it's since the Deck of Many Things is a magical item, it is very smart to have that knowledge out there.
So, now that Graham is missing, the deck is not missing, is the thing.
They're saying the deck is not missing.
They're right, as far as we know.
Saying.
As far as we know, the
they're
deck is...
saying
Graham
that.
is gone, but the deck is not, as far as we know.
The deck is not. Yeah.
So
Excellent.
they found him, they punished him, and what was the punishment again?
The punishment was just continuing for lifelong being locked up in the Solar Bastion.
Solid Bastion. Okay, sorry. But now he's missing. So we know that he was sitting there for a part of that term, and now he's missing.
He has been in there for about 10 years or so.
Damn, yeah.
Okay, before missing. Okay.
But
what-
before missing, yeah.
Right, is that the only thing that we can contribute to him? Stealing the Deck of Many Things? What was he before that?
What was he before that? I have no idea.
Someone we wouldn't have heard of, probably.
Probably.
An architect.
Okay.
A crownsmith.
And they're saying that the Deck of Many Things, that they have it in possession, they're sure. they're sure we're not looking for a person who also has the deck.
Well, I'm not one of the gods. If I knew more about it, I would have told you guys.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time the Six lied to us.
It wouldn't.
Agreed.
The what?
However, it would also not be the first time that the Solar Bastion lied to us, so...
That too?
Yeah. I mean, if I lost something and don't want any... Like, if I lost something that important, I would also not want to, lose my job and potentially my life or freedom over it. So, who knows, really?
To make sure that we don't do too many roles for every single name, Evelyn Beaulieu is the owner of the biggest casino in the continent.
Yes, Queen.
Placed in Monaco. And, Monaco.
Monaco.
Monaco?
Yeah.
Monaco. Sorry, I'm bad with...
I don't know if that's
It's
just an Americanism, though, to be fair.
I mean, I would say Monaco, but the place.
Hopefully everyone knows what I mean.
If you're wrong, complain about it in your rating of the show.
Yes, exactly.
Except for, give us 5 stars, but complain about it in the comments.
Yeah, leave 5 stars, but
Yeah.
you're allowed to complain.
Who doesn't leave 5 stars? Don't be a monster.
Yeah,
Come on. In this economy?
In this economy.
Owner of a casino, yeah.
Yes, owner of a casino called the Lucky Halfling.
Ah,
And, so we got Elliott Duvall as one of the most known architects in Paris, and Corwin's sister. Fallen Selena is a bounty hunter from the Berlin sector. Graham Gallagher is a prisoner. Johnny DeRollo is the main artificer for London, for the UK.
Mm-hmm.
And Evelyn is the casino owner.
Who would you say is another person that comes to mind that will be on par with all of those people that has not yet gone missing?
Good
Is
question.
this an in-character or out of character question?
No, Una would be like just literally just throwing that question in there. So we've got a renowned architect, a well-known prisoner, an owner of a casino that everyone apparently, I can't count myself, knows about, a crownsmith renowned in UK. What other name
wait.
will come to mind?
What? So,
For the next person to go missing.
of the people who are missing right now, we have 5, and there's 6 countries involved in the what were the 6? It was the Council of 6. What was it called?
House of the Six, I think.
Oh,
House of Six.
The House of Six is Italy, Greece, UK, France, Germany, Belgium. Yes. Speaking of the House of Six, to kind of quickly go through that, for Una's sake, the House of Six has not been a thing, for your knowledge. You do not know about the House of Six.
I mean, it's easy for her not to know something.
Guys, it's Una from the past. Guys, oh my god.
It's easy for Una to not know something as well. Italy, Germany, UK, Belgium, did you say?
Yeah, UK, Italy, France.
Belgium, France,
France,
Germany,
okay.
Italy, Greece, UK. Yes.
Well, that ticks off quite a few boxes. Who is the name on par with the people that, as you guys can tell, my memory is not the best. I am literally stepping into it fresh. Maybe that's why it gives me the perspective. But it's one place that someone hasn't gone missing. Who would be so famous from that place that you think might be the next target?
Well, we have multiple missing from the UK, so that might not be the answer that I was hoping it was. Because we have both Graham and Johnny from the UK.
And, I mean, the people that are in the news are the important people, right? Like, we wouldn't ever get in the news. We don't know if anyone else has gone missing alongside these people.
But if it's someone on par with that famous, I mean, there's still also any number of names it could be at that point. Tobias, for example, or someone else from the government, but none of these people are political figures so far. But maybe that's what would make them unique, right? We sort of seem to be grabbing very different, high-level people in very different areas.
Well,
you
they
know
all
what I
clearly
mean?
have a
You'd
craft.
say that. However, we also have a priestess of Hecate missing from the Nordic. It keeps piling up. we cannot determine if these people actually went missing on the same day or around that time. It is still piling
That would
up.
be a wrinkle.
Corwin looks distinctly uncomfortable. I don't know if it's related, but the one of the high paladins from the Temple of Apollo also went missing. I don't know if it was the same time period.
That's correct.
Yeah.
No, that one is correct. That one was the first thing that we got, and it was going to be a coincidence, however, everything piling up right now. If that would be the exact date as to when this started, it will be the 19th of September.
So just over 2.5 months.
In the world, just over
Just over a month. It's a month
a
and 2
month
days.
and a half.
Well, yeah, that's...
Month and 2, because you said October 21st.
Month and 2
first day.
days.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. October, November. Yeah, sorry. I've mixed up the November and October.
You all do the math. I'm here to play the game. Okay, so it started in September. Yeah.
I need Mirah to give me a reminder of the things that I've just said that you don't know about. That you don't know if you know about.
Majority.
The Solar Bastion would know about. The Solar Bastion has been there for many
Solar Bastion,
years.
definitely. Solar Bastion, she would. I guess the House of Six. I mean, the worship of Hecate is something that she would be aware of. Worship of Apollo, was it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Also.
Probably knows about the casino, if the casino has been... I mean, you don't just build a casino within a year.
Yes,
and then
you would have
it
known about the
becomes a big
casino.
thing.
Yep.
Yeah. I guess. But she would not know... She would not know about I guess Graham maybe just kind of escaped her.
Yep. No.
That's it, really.
You will have not specifically recognized the name Evelyn Warrior, however, you do know that there is this big casino called the Lucky Halfling. You do know that.
Such a good name.
Fair. It's a very good name.
Good name, yeah.
Well done.
So, Brian continues at some point and is like, so, what we need right now is to focus on Johnny. Definitely now that the actual government is involved in trying to find him. Not that we're competitive in sorts. Saffra is. Definitely with her relations with the government in general. She's trying currently very, very hard to make sure that we have a good reputation to the outside world. Because Tobias is currently also with the House of Six talking about if this should continue to be a thing. Since Greece and Germany have their own bounty hunter sector, they can talk about the fact that it is an actual job that should be legal, just to make sure that the crimes that are committed currently in our hands, he says in quotation marks, are for a good reason. We are not hunting down people that do not matter. It's not like we're killing our neighbor and that's about it. People need to matter for them to be hunted.
Yeah, and honestly, even if they outlawed us, wouldn't stop bounty hunters from existing, just make the gig a lot harder.
Exactly. And I mean, crimes in France there has been an actual killing of an ex-bounty hunter in Lyon. It's been messy, and they're trying to figure out if those people have been other bounty hunters. Saffra's currently trying to make sure that we do not become illegal again. We have only been legal for, 10 years? We cannot have that change back.
Speaking of that, and speaking of good reasons, since the government is involved, what do we do if they stand in our way? Whoever they got for that job.
So, what I know from Miguel is that they are currently working to get a group together. They have sent someone from the Hunters Guild, from London, the Hunters Guild, already to Manchester to go and find people there. This is also why we are not going to Manchester. Because apparently Johnny was supposed to go there for magical research. And we are very much focusing on the Oxford region, where Johnny was actually located for most of the stuff.
Good. So, we have a good chance to find more than whoever they take as a group.
Exactly.
Good.
As Victor and Josie know, Safra is still very, very much keen on finding Levi Morgenstern, we need to continue to have our eyes open for that. Okay? To give a small detail, Levi has been like a specific wanted person Safra has wanted, not even dead, alive. You do not know enough about Levi, but you do know that the name has popped up a lot, and that Safra has been multiple times like...
Brian, buddy. Like, Viktor taps on his elbow or whatever. Brian is an orc, right?
Yeah, Brian is an orc.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure, elbow. There's no way I'm reaching his shoulders.
Oh wait, are you still that small?
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I did not explain that the last time. Viktor, for work, usually goes by his female presenter because he's taller and a bit more, intimidating, I guess. When he's being casual, you will see him as he is right now in his more androgynous, kind of tiefling-inspired cosplay, I want to say. But yeah, he's still significantly smaller right now. No, Viktor taps on his elbow and like, Brian, there does not go a day where she's not reminding us of Levi. It's fine. We will keep an eye out as usual.
Good. I do not want to give her more stress than she already has. And I know that you don't like her. But you have to deal with her.
I do like her. I'm sorry. I do like her. I wouldn't be here if I didn't.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people say. I mean, I don't think you want to become one of the wanted.
Okay. Keep yourself telling that. If it helps you.
Yeah. Brian, buddy.
Pats the elbow. It's like, it's fine. We got this.
Just it's okay. I know that you don't engage with people in this way sometimes, but people have very different ways of showing that they like one another sometimes. So it's okay. I trust Vic.
She keeps throwing knives, so.
Right.
Oh, is Safra throwing knives a sign that she likes you? That'd be great news.
Kind of depends.
It's a sign that she's breathing.
Oh, that explains so much.
It is for sure a sign that she's noticed you.
It is for sure a sign that she doesn't hate you.
Mm-hmm. Otherwise, she would be dead.
Good to know.
That or she would be holding the knives. If she's throwing them, you're good.
Good.
This is good
to
information
know.
to have, thanks.
I believe it's called tough love.
That also explains a lot.
Speaking of that, Una, what are you gonna do?
Well,
Because I know Safra kind of immediately put you to the job of this, and you now know a lot of insider information. However, you do not really know where you are currently.
well, and like Una would actually sit like that, so like elbow on a table, like cupping her face like that. Like, well, I did say to Safra that's very trusting of her. I seemingly popped out of nowhere, and I have all this intel. What makes you think that I'm on this side? Nobody briefed me on anything. You just kind of started spilling everything. Am I stupid enough to cross you? No. But I guess I will... Because I'm intrigued now. It's a very nice puzzle, to say the least.
I'm sorry. When I was like, I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for myself. Okay?
It's essentially that. Well, you are guys going towards a place that I think I might find some answers at as well. Might as well tag along. I don't know what other skills I can provide other than stabbing your boss when she let her guard down.
That's pretty good service.
I think you kind of impressed her.
Hell, I mean, you impressed
And if
me.
she trusts that, I trust you. So,
I wouldn't go that far.
I would.
Does Brian actually looks at Una's face at any point of that?
Yeah, he kind of at some point just does look up a bit. Whenever he starts going into a full tangent, he will look down.
Fair.
When Brian's info dumping.
When Brian's info dumping,
When he's in that zone.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
I'll be happy to tag along.
Wonderful. Glad to have you on board.
Pleasure.
I will not be going with you as to Oxford.
Thank fuck.
However,
I mean, nothing against you, but I think we're enough people. I'd rather travel in a smaller group than a party of who fucking knows who my name doesn't.
Victor, I'm retired for a reason.
Yeah, someone's got to keep Teresa company while I'm out.
Exactly. See? Josie knows the stuff. So, go past Saffra. Yeah, your tickets are probably going to send you from, like, Queen's Cross. We'll be fine. Just let us know when you're back. Give us at least... Come back in, like, maybe 5 days, max?
Alright.
Earlier would be best, but make sure you scan the area.
I hear you, but we're not going to come back empty-handed, so...
Good.
We'll try to keep you abreast of things while we're away.
And also given how long it takes to travel, so it might take us a while.
Oh, not that long. We're not going very
Well,
far.
you mentioned the trains, right?
What do you mean?
Above table, we're going from London to Oxford, right? So
Yeah.
we're talking...
Yes.
So-
Yeah.
With the current trains, it's like within an hour and a half, the current trains.
Right.
In this
I was gonna say.
era.
Yeah. Not that long. Train will get us there in, what, hour and a half?
Yeah, hour and a half, 2 hours, so something like that. You
Oh.
should be able to just be there on time, and you don't even have to stay the full 5 days there. However, again, like Josie said, do not come home empty-handed, even if it's Johnny or not.
You know me.
If you can get something, take a look at the missing people posters, and if there's anyone around that area that you know about, just have a look. Maybe if you can't find Johnny, we can find someone else. You guys will still get paid.
Side hustles are always good, is what he's saying.
Exactly. He has the tiniest hint of a grin on his face. He's not that expressive, but however, side hustles, he's like, yeah, that works. Do not forget to get your stamp at Spike's so that we can have you guys officially signed in for the job.
Oh, right. Yeah, you need your whole shebang. To Una and Corwin.
Yes. For Victor and Josie, Spike is the goblin at the desk.
Yeah.
Do we need to stop by him before we get the tickets or on our way out?
On your way out.
Great.
That is what Brian says.
Thanks, Brian.
Yeah. Cheers, mate.
All right, kiddies. Let's pack up and roll.
Excuse me?
Did you just call us cuties?
Okay.
Oh, cuties.
Okay. I feel like we need to establish some ground rules. No.
Well,
Absolutely
we'll
not.
Walk while we have this conversation, and
Yeah.
Josie is just quietly cackling to herself.
When I would actually smile and just be like, I don't mind. It's actually quite endearing.
Okay. I personally, no. I'm a grown-ass person. Okay? No. For a while now. My kind, we mature a little earlier than some others, so... No.
You do realize I'm a human. I'm in my mid-30s. It's not like I'm a youngling. Like, very young youngling. But it's still endearing. Could be... No?
Oh, I mean, if you find it endearing, I'm not going to argue against it. It's more like, no. Anything but that. Ugh.
To skip it along, are you guys gonna go to Safra for the last stuff?
Victor is just complaining about nothing the entire time. He, at heart, is an old man.
Yeah. Josie did this partially to set Victor off so that we could walk and Josie wouldn't have to say anything.
I knew what
as
you
we
were
go.
getting at. Yeah, it works every goddamn time.
So, are we walking to Safra and going there?
Yes.
Yeah, and getting
Got
the
it.
train tickets, yeah.
Alright, got it. So, without much ado, she will hand you the train tickets indeed from Queen's Cross, which is in our world King's Cross.
Nice.
So, yeah, she will give you the tickets, and then she starts with... So, the way we do things around here is a little bit different. And she grabs what seems to be 2 box-looking things with 2 openings on the sides. And she hands them to both Una and Corwin. Take it.
So,
Come on.
a box.
Thanks,
Okay.
I guess.
Kind of a box on with the sides open, yeah. Cool. So, the moment you hold it, I'm just gonna say it as it is, a full-ass hoverboard comes out of that. A magical thing that makes sure that you can float through the tunnels, as which Josie and Viktor would know. These all look as to what fits with your character. Can we do a quick description of what everyone's hoverboard looks like?
Absolutely. And so these, like you said, they go ahead and look that way immediately. They don't need like a modification period.
Yeah. So they seem to glow for like a moment, and then when they extract, it is immediately the type that you want. It completely fits to your character, to you as a person.
Your vibes.
To your vibes, to kind of, kind of start that off. What do your hoverboards look like?
I can start us off.
Yeah, you go.
Corwin's is absolutely a kind of shining, bronzy kind of metal. It has white lights, or kind of white silvery lights, around the edges, and from the bottom edges hang a dozen or 24 little wire creations. They're like little wire ships and little wire animals, and just all of these just little trinkets, essentially, just hanging, dangling from the bottom of the hoverboard. And she looks so incredibly pleased. She looks like she's just about considering to give Saphira a hug, but thinks better of it.
I'm going to die for Corwin. Protect her at all costs. I mean, the entire
So
party, but
cute.
oh my god.
Don't worry, she'll die for you too.
Oh, don't worry, it will happen. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like Rose, like, oh yeah, you will.
Yeah, don't worry.
Viktor, what would yours look like?
So in my mind, once it's like transformed into what's fitting, maybe some of the shapes also change a little bit. So like he has this disc-looking thing, kind of tucked behind the book on his belt, and he like pulls it out, seeing the joy, the true joy on Corwin's face, remembering the first time he got one of those, and like it's just cool. Like he spins this disc mid-air and catches it as the pedals you stand on, I guess, come out. It is a deep purple with like gold-filled etchings that very much look just like Art Deco kind of, geometric figures. There's not a lot else to it. However, if you catch a glimpse from underneath, like from the bottom, it got tinkered with. Like there's some scratch marks, something's going on there.
I love that so much.
That's so good.
Una or Josie?
Yeah, go ahead.
First of all, as soon as that would happen, Una would just drop her hoverboard, just because of the surprise of it. It would just slam on the floor, or whatever the hoverboard would do. If it actually hovers, it would just hover. So the very front of it would kind of look like an arrow shape, kind of almost disattached from it. So like an arrow shape point at the front, connected to the rest of the body with just a single like a pipe or like a joint. The rest of it would be just a standard rectangular shape. But the colors would be going, like the shimmers at least, how it catches the light as it's on the floor, would be going between the same shade as her eyes, so like the golden yellow, and then it would also have like a bluish highlights to it. If they can have that feature, please tell me if they don't. If they can have a feature of something like an animated almost paintwork, so to speak.
Yeah.
It would kind of look like a script just constantly rolling through as if someone is writing it out, but it's not in a legible writing. Like not something that we would be able to read, kind of like
Love
symbolism of it. So there could be like a bluish ink on a golden kind of background, but like it just constantly rolls up. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Cool. And Josie?
Josie's is once it pops out, it is sort of it's carved out of what looks like or not carved, I guess, but it's made out of what looks like driftwood, sort of, with a little bit of like sort of like a dead like barnacles and things on it, like very ocean themed. And then the center part of it that it collapses into, the part, so like it's driftwood on either side as it pops out, and the center bit that stays intact as it collapses in is just a block, like a tile of solid white marble.
Oh yeah.
Oh, love that.
That looks really cool. So, yeah, from what you can see, can I have an Arcana check of Una and Corwin? Like a very small flavor thing.
On the very small flavor thing, I get a dirty 20.
Oh damn.
Nice. Of a very small insignificant thing. A dirty 20.
It's possible. This gives me hope.
And for Una?
19.
Yeah, so you both can tell there is some transmutation magic happening in it. It should be some levitate kind of spell. That will be activated the moment you want to use it.
Incredible. Thank you. Thank you, Safra.
What in the world?
All right. Do these take long to learn, out of curiosity? Sure, it's fine.
Depends. How long you try. Una, you indeed do not know about anything like this.
It's absolutely shocking to her. Like how it just shows up as well.
So, follow Viktor and Josie into the tunnels. They will guide you through the tunnels to Queen's Cross. And from there on, you can take the train to Oxford. She will give you the tickets for the trains, which are just small, very small paper ones. And yeah.
It says train ticket, nothing else.
Train ticket.
It just says train ticket. On
crayon.
the back end of it, it does show the actual symbol, the dagger through the skull.
Oh damn, we have like I don't know how it is for Josie, but Viktor definitely has the bounty hunter symbol somewhere carved on his chest plate.
Oh yeah. At this point, given. You'll have to remind me, Ro, because I know we changed it a couple times. We settled on like 3 years that she's been in.
Yeah, we settled on 3 years, yeah.
She's got it tattooed at this point.
Nice.
Lovely.
Commitment.
Where would she have that tattoo?
It's not a large tattoo. It's small and somewhere on like the wrist or the forearm, kind of.
Okay.
Just like, like an inch or two in size, maybe.
Yeah. Lovely. So yeah, she also just mentioned... I'm pretty sure Brian already told you guys this, but go past Spike. I do not want any kind of paperwork issues. I don't care about it. They do.
Right, gotcha. Bye-bye. Bye, boss. Bye. Bye. Viktor just walks out. The vibe is skater kid. Like that hoverboard just tucked under his arm.
The second they get into the hallway with the door closed, Corwin is going to try to get on the hoverboard.
Whoa.
Before that happens, I need to know, Una, you follow? I suppose?
No.
No, she doesn't. All right. Tell me what she does.
Well, first of all, as everyone is kind of like shoveling out of the room, Una is still trying to figure out how to put the thing back into that box thing, because it's just...
So, the moment you grab the middle part, and you actually are, like, wanting it in your head to, like, stop, it already retracts in.
Okay. Oh, that's
like, it's just this box.
This box. That's a interesting trinket, thank you. That's very generous of you.
You don't know much about this, do you?
Absolutely not a clue. Should I?
Are you sure you are in there? You do know we're in London?
Well, yeah, that's what you guys said before.
Okay. She kind of leans forward on her desk and is like, what do you have in common with the cult of Hades? Why were you in a Hades figurine?
Well, I'm hoping I will find the answers to that question in Oxford as well. Because that's what you've been telling me. Black Ram, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Question. Is the newspaper still on the desk?
The newspaper is still on the desk.
Una would just like take a quick glance at it, just to read through the main thing, which was about Johnny, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Just scanning through it. Like, well, it seems like I either don't know or don't remember a lot of things. Do you mind if I take that to catch me up to speed?
Yeah, sure. We have too many copies of it. What you can see, Una, by the way, is that we are in the current 19, blah, 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 blah. Last time you remember, it's 18, blah, blah, blah. You can see the small date of the 21st of October.
Fucking called it.
On the very, very corner of the papers.
I need to find something so she can ask a question.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and all of this is happening behind a closed door. Ah!
Yep.
Yeah, no, that's good. I like that.
I will also not give information saying back in the day.
Back in the
I would
day.
just give information she knows.
As she picks up the newspaper, like, she won't be able to hide that. Like, she's reading through it and then she sees the date and it's just proper, like, labored breathing, like, that makes no sense. Is that...
Una, what year were you born in? Do you remember?
Like, she would slump into a chair. Let me ask you something else. Do you know anything about Virel? A family called Virel.
I currently don't. However, if we make a deal that when you come back from this, you continue working with us, I will send out a couple of my people to do a little bit more research on that.
What if I come back with what you want and I already found the information myself?
I'm pretty sure we'll know more.
Right.
I mean, we can also, if we find one of them, can get them here.
Okay. I guess I'll get to work then.
Understood. Welcome to the Wanted Dead. She leans back, and she's just like, bye-bye.
Well, we'll just walk out with the newspaper, literally still, like, just there, just scanning through it, just closes the door, catches up.
If Lizzie allows it, I feel like what's happening outside is just Corwin standing on the board, Viktor holding her hands. Like, you would train a kid to
ride a skateboard.
Yeah,
Give
to ride a
me
skateboard.
a dexterity
Oh no.
roll. Just pure
Acrobatics?
Should we do acrobatics? I think that works. Only Lizzie.
Okay.
7 total.
Oh no.
That is a 7 total.
Viktor and Josie, what you can already tell is that this is going to be a disaster.
Mm-hmm.
That is the main thing that you guys will know. I don't know why I'm still talking like Sapphire, but I'm going to. So you guys already know this is going to be. What you already know is this is going to be a disaster.
Viktor is shooting Josie a lot of looks. Like, what the fuck?
Corwin is... Oh, please.
Oh, sorry. No, you go first.
Oh, no, I was just gonna, for flavor, like, Corwin is ignoring the looks, focused fully on, like, okay, and you know, if I kind of lean, am I supposed to lean like this, or was I supposed to lean forward?
Whoa, no. Slower. The other direction. You want to go there, not there.
Slower.
Right.
It's like learning how to ride a bike again. I just want to go fast.
Una.
Oh, Una was just kind of like, as she's walking out and still, like, reading this, like, she would take a moment, just take it in the scene, compose herself, and be like, oh, so that's what those are? Is it, like, hard to use?
How good are you at balancing in general? Still holding Corwin's hands.
So as you guys go down into the tunnels to kind of speed it up a little bit.
Yeah, that's fine.
You know, walk and talk. If you guys want to go ahead into the tunnels, it is, once you're in the plaza, you can kind of go down more. And then we go into what a lot of people will just know as the London Underground. However, there are no metros. There is just empty, abandoned tunnels.
We do gotta go by Spike first, right?
You gotta go by Spike. I am stupid.
Oh, fuck.
Let's go back to Spike. So, what happens basically... Rewind. What happens there is basically you give the palm of your hand, you get a stamp on it, some kind of sigil is immediately dropped onto your hand of the exact symbol again, and then it disappears again. It just vanishes. So Spike will also... This is the goblin that you saw at the desk. The grey goblin with the spiky purple hair. And she's like, alright, hand.
So, what does it do?
Both of you.
What does it do?
It's just so...
Gets you paid.
It
Come
gets
on,
you
we don't
paid.
have time.
Yeah. Oh, come on, man.
Right. She would extend a hand that clearly looks... You know like how you would like flick at the porcelain and has like spider kind of like effect thingy on it? That's the palm of her left hand.
The fuck is up with her?
That
Ooh.
just looks like...
Interesting.
Like spidered up. Like very thin lines. Kind of like, you know, when you have the... Like, finger... Like, what is it called? What's this called? What is this called, guys? Like these
Palm
lines?
Lifelines?
Yeah, thank you. So it's kind of like the same color. So it's not like different colors. It just looks like that, but it's like very clearly just spread out. So
But not
she
in a
would just be
palm
like,
pattern, yeah.
Yeah, and she would just like, okay, right, I would rather do it with my left, because if I lose it, at least I have my right. Get on with it.
So Spike immediately just grabs your hand quite tightly, and then it's like, oh, cool, butts. Like, nothing much about it.
I love
Like,
Spike.
Right, love that.
Cool.
I would die for
Right,
Spike.
you two, newbie, come here.
Corwin holds out her hand and kind of bites her lip and like tries to look like this is not concerning her at all.
Like she's gonna get a tattoo.
Oh my god.
Right, so Spike grabs it again and is like, oh, I'd expected all the newbies to be kind of cool. Butts back on the hand.
Spike!
Josie's
Spike's
cackling at Spike on that one.
Casting shade, leaving no crumbs.
You know, I'll do better next time.
So, now you guys go into the tunnels.
Guess you can heal that sick as burn yourself, eh?
Damn.
Lay on hands.
I'm touching myself.
You guys get to actually ride the hoverboards. Can I have from everyone an acrobatics check with Josie and Viktor for advantage?
Oh.
So, I don't know if I fully explained this yet, but advantage and disadvantage basically means advantage is rolling with 2 d20s and taking the higher one, and disadvantage is rolling 2 d20s and then taking the lower one.
It is very good that we just did advantage there because my first roll was a natural 1.
Oof.
Oh, but my
Jesus
second
fucking
was a
Christ.
13, so we're fine. I'm at a 13.
So is everyone rolling with advantage?
Advantage for Josie and Viktor.
Okay.
I'm sorry, which skill again?
Acrobatics.
Math. 18.
18?
Corwin got a 9, so she did improve from her little lesson.
She learned a little bit. Una?
23.
Hey.
Oh my god.
And how much did Josie get?
I was gonna have someone who's unnecessarily competent. 13.
Oh, lovely. So, Josie and Viktor, while you're first at some point trying to help the newbies onto their hoverboards, Una's got this. Una's like, oh, I saw Corwin trying, but
It's just a matter of balance, right?
this is easy.
Like kind of like, well, there's no at someone's else's feet that I don't need to mind, so I think I got it. It's like walking on a tightrope.
Corwin, you're gonna have to hold someone's hand.
Extends my hands immediately.
Viktor is going to offer his hand.
Corwin will take any and all offered hands.
So, as you guys zoom along through the old metro tunnels, which for Una as well, you know how this works. However, the metro tunnels that you knew about were still in construction. So knowing that they are now actually finished is quite a big thing. And as you get to Queen's Cross, with a little bit of, having to stop for a moment, having to help Corwin back up on the hoverboard.
Sorry, guys.
You guys get there. And it's quite a smaller plaza. However, as you get off the hoverboards and up the stairs into the train station, the actual train station, Una gets her first look out of the bounty hunter sector, out of the wanted dead. which is a train station, which you would be like, okay, that looks about fairly the same. However, there seem to be much more going on. Like, there are a lot more people, there are a lot more diverse species going on. Like, from what you know, there were a lot of humans, a lot of elves, a lot of half-elves. And right now, London seems to be kind of packed with all kinds of species being here. Mm-hmm. You see a look of outside, and you can see some kind of metal box on wheels somewhere parked in a corner, which is something you have never seen before. The carriages are still there. People are still there. Bikes still a thing. But yeah, that is your first small look of what you get from the outside.
Well, I guess for Una it would be very overwhelming to seeing all of that, but she would really try to compose herself and to observe. Like, that's what and that's kind of like, she almost reminds herself like that very weird mantra of like, observe, observe, observe. And then she just like that, it's not her own voice that she hears in her mind saying this. She's just like, okay, I have a lot to kind of catch up to. That she wouldn't just say that. She would just like stand there and just wait. Because I'm guessing she would have been a bit quicker, or she would just stop for a moment where Corwin is getting off the hoverboard, something like that. Just like,
the trains look similar. However, it used to be kind of more steam train-ish. Right now, there's actual electricity being used for it, which is also a new thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, poor Una.
Just taking
What
it
the
all in.
What in the 21st century?
She's very much Steve Rogers. Times Square.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
I was trying to reach for a reference and I couldn't think of Captain America, which is so fucking funny.
I mean, she wouldn't be so open about it, definitely not, but
Yeah.
it's definitely distracted. If someone is talking to her right now, they would probably need to go, like, in front of her face, because she'll be like, whoa.
Do you guys want to do one more thing before you guys go get
Of course.
the train?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
What is it?
Oh, I thought you were offering a thing.
No, what is it?
Yes. Victor, as a team building thing, is going to get, like, fried snacks for everyone to take on the train.
Aw, sweet.
That's lovely. Hey, Victor, can I have a perception check, please?
Whether I perceive the mold on the front.
Isn't it old oil?
Yeah, I'm poisoning the party. Oh, well. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, it's wisdom-based. Okay, that explains a lot. So, I rolled a 17. That brings me up to 17.
Nice.
Hey, wonderful. As you are about to pass back to the others with your fried snacks, you see in between, like, there are a couple of poster walls. You can see a missing poster for someone with the last name Ainsworth.
Victor stops dead in his tracks. Like, if there was someone walking behind him, they probably would bump into him, because, like, of how quickly he stops.
Oi, keep walking! Before they walk off.
No answer from him. Almost as if he is in trance, just walking straight toward that poster.
It is, as you pull it off the poster board, it is indeed a wanted poster or a missing poster for Alexander Ainsworth. There is a small signature sound being heard that says, "Train to Oxford, leaving in 5 minutes."
He's like,
Hey, Vic, come on.
common, he's awkwardly, like, balancing the bowls of fried snacks. He got an assortment. He knows how to take care of people. He folds, like, the missing poster and slips it under his robe, I guess, and then just walks towards the others, trying very hard he's actively trying to hide his emotions right now, so if anyone wants to perceive anything, I'm happy to roll, but yeah.
I am busy with my own breakdown.
Yeah, I think Josie is just too concerned about not missing the train.
Yeah, Josie's Mother Goose right now is like, kids, come on!
Let's go! I'm not waiting for another one.
As you guys go towards the train, go ahead and take your seat. Your ticket's being scanned. The person who's scanning the tickets immediately kind of looks up there. Kind of a short human woman who's like, oh, interesting. All right, go ahead. As she scans all of you.
Josie's glaring. That sort of self-defense glare that you know when people are shooting you looks in public, so you try to look mean.
Yeah. Yep.
Victor's sticking his tongue out. As walking past, he's like,
Ah!
Corwin prestidigitates that person's hair to be blue.
What?
In retaliation.
Why are we dogging on her?
I'm doing a very, very quick check to see if
this is how we start our first combat.
Oh, she notices, and she's just like,
on her?
She was rude. She was rude to our new friends. She was rude to the bounty hunters.
Oh my god.
as you guys get into the train, and the train a couple minutes later takes off to Oxford. That is exactly where we are going to end our third episode.
Excellent.
Thank you all so much for listening. And you know, what happens next remains to be seen.
Bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye. Remains to be Seen is an original podcast created by Dyaflame Studios and licensed under the Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial Share-alike 4.0 International License. Today's episode was produced by Anusia Battersby and edited by Rover, Elliott, and Joe Mendacium. It starred Elizabeth Simpson as Corwin Duvall, Joe Mendacium as Victor Valthayne, Annie Ruby as Josie, Mirah Fae as Una, and Rover Elliott as a Dungeon Master. The intro and outro were composed by We Talk of Dreams, and a transcript was written by Elizabeth Simpson. To get in touch with us and keep up to date with our antics, follow us on Instagram, Bluesky, and TikTok at Dyaflame Studios, or view our website at dyaflame.com. Check out our show notes for additional credits, links, and transcripts.